Hello, good morning students. Welcome to the virtual classes presented by Jet Kids International School, where we'll be discussing today class 5th chapter number 6, that is air and water. While discussing air and water, first of all let us see what is the correlation between air and water. Okay, why the chapter is air and water, why the air and water is together, both the words are together because they are having its own importance. Let us discuss that. Okay, in today we'll see the introduction, what is exactly air, why it is necessary on the earth planet, what is water. We all know there are multiple uses of water for the human beings or for the entire living things, living organisms which are living on this earth called planet. And what is exactly the air and water used for? Okay, that the entire thing will discuss in today's video. Okay, first of all, while discussing air and water, we must have to discuss about the water cycle. Okay, because water cycle is the process in which we all get water throughout the year, right? You all know the process of water cycle. Already you have learned the process of water cycle in class 3, class 4. Okay, so first of all we'll discuss water cycle. In that, what air and water, both the things are both the things are very important to each other, and what is the correlation between air and water. Okay, we'll see air is very important for the process of water cycle. Okay, because with the help of air the water vapor gets evaporated. Okay, it will rises up in the air. Okay, see, water cycle is the process in which the sun heated the water which is present on all the water bodies. The water, when water is getting heated, it will change into water vapor. The water vapor rises up in the air. See, air and water again correlation. With the help of air, water droplets, this vapor change into droplets of water. The vapor become cool with the help of air and changes into water droplets. Then, as you all know, droplets will be bigger. The tiny drops of water join to form big drops, and these big drops form clouds. Then inside the clouds, these drops are so heavy that the cloud cannot hold them, and it falls as rain. These drops of water burst out and fall as rain. Means air and water correlation I am talking about, right? And water cycle ensures the availability of water for all the living organisms which are living on the planet Earth. We all need water. Okay, let's talk about the air. See, Earth is only the planet where life is found or life exists, because on the Earth all the suitable atmosphere, all the suitable things are there in which the living organisms can survive or can adapt, right? On Earth there is a air which help all the living organisms to breathe, by which they can be survived. On Earth there is a water in which all the living things can drink water, they can use water for their own purpose and they can survive. On Earth there is a land which is very suitable for the animal, like we people can walk, can do our own work, can build a house, and many things we can do. So all these things are present on only the planet called Earth, and that's why life is found and life exists on the Earth. Let us talk about the air. While discussion as we have already discussion on air, we'll see while discussing air, we all know air is very, very important for all the living things to breathe. We all are breathing in the air called oxygen. Okay, so air importance is very high for all of us, because without air we should not, or we would not able to survive a single minute. Okay, as we all are breathing through our nose in the air which is present around us and which is rich in the oxygen. So air is also called the life for the human beings, or for all the organisms, living organisms we can say. Okay, so air is a mixture of, that is, air is the mixture of gases that is composed of 78% of nitrogen. Air is a mixture of gases that is composed 78% of nitrogen. Air is composed 78% of nitrogen, 21% of oxygen. Air is composed of 78% of nitrogen, 21% of oxygen, and small percentage of you can imagine small percent means 78 plus 21. Okay, 78 plus 21. So small percent you can easily use. Okay, so small percentage of water vapor, and other gases. Okay, this is the composition of air, we can say in a broad manner. Okay, in an introductory, that we will be discussing composition of air in the forthcoming videos, don't worry. But while having the introduction of air and water, I must think that you should know what is exactly air is and what is exactly water is. Okay, so we can have the composition of air in this way: 70% of nitrogen, 21% of oxygen, and remaining the very small percent of water vapor and other gases. Okay, so this is the composition of air. Moving forward, we'll discuss water. See, what should I speak about water? What should I speak? What should I say about water? If I start saying the importance of water, it will be a very long. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, 1 month. I should keep on telling you the importance of water, the uses of water. Without water, we even can't imagine our life. Our life is almost impossible without water, right? But do you know the fact of water? We all know 1/3 of the earth is covered with the water. 78%, or we can say more than that of the percentage, is covered with the water, and only 21-22% is land. But the exact water which we can use, which is potable, which is drinkable, which is for our daily purpose, how much ratio of the water is present on the earth? That is very important. We usually say save water, save life. Water is very important. Without water we even cannot imagine our life, but the fact is different. Okay, though we have plenty of water on the earth, but that entire water is not at all for our use, or we even cannot utilize the entire water which is present on the earth. Okay, let us see. Water is also called the medium of life. Water is also called the medium of life. Let us see. Let us discuss water is what. Let me tell you, 70% of water found 97% of water found in oceans. 97% of water is found in the ocean, which is too salty to drink or to use for any other purposes. We all know ocean water is full of salt. So the water which is present in the ocean is too salty to use. So 97% of water is present in the ocean, which is not at all usable for our daily purposes, even for the drinking or for any other things in which we can utilize. No. So now you can imagine only 3% of water is potable water or is drinkable water, or we can say the fresh water is. Only 3% of water is fresh water. Now I hope you all why the people or the government bodies used to tell you save water. Why to save the water if the water is 1/3 on the earth? Only one third is water and that 25% is the land. Then we have plenty of water, but the fact is this. The fact is this, 97% of water is not at all for our use, which is salty water. Only 3% water is fresh water, in which we can drink, we can use, or we can do any domestic purposes for that you can use the water is. So that's all for today. Air and water is a very interesting chapter. Though this chapter is not there for your assessment 1, this chapter will be for assessment 2. Only you have 1 to 5 lessons for assessment 1, which already we have successfully completed. So this part, the next part, we'll be discussing in the next video, and in upcoming days we'll cover the lesson in a very interesting way. Okay, thank you and have a lovely day.